just thought about this. I don't know what made me. Oh, okay. So in the comment section by Brett Cooper, she had it's like a new clip that's out where she's like, the person who's actually using up all the carbon footprint is like Taylor Swift, because so somebody wrote an article that was like, who's been contributing to like global emissions by riding their private jets back and forth, and it just so happens that Taylor Swift had the highest, or Taylor Swift jets had the highest number of uses, coming in around like 117 flights that she took last year. And if you guys know, like, Taylor Swift is like that artist who, her whole brand is around just being like kind of like the girl next door, more like classy and quiet and in her feelings about stuff. Very like upper middle class is like her whole aesthetic. But in terms of her finances, Taylor Swift is like rich. Like, so Brett Cooper made a comment about it, or the commentary is like, you guys think that the Kardashians are out there, being jet setters, and on the low, as soon as the numbers came in, it was actually Taylor Swift who took the most trips. And I feel like this is where this made me think about another post that I saw on Instagram. This had to be like, oh man, it has to be like a few months ago. But there's this black guy, Justin LaBubu or something. I don't know what. And but I always see like a lot of people reposting his stuff. So like I didn't know who it was, but I do know. So Diddy's son, Justin, who's like Diddy's son, his name is also Justin. I guess Justin's like to be around other Justins. I don't know the whole story. Anyway, so this Justin had like a show where he was like interviewing people, and the other Justin, the one on Instagram, was like his co-host. So that's actually the first time I saw the second Justin, not Diddy's son, but the other Justin. Anyway, so I don't know what this guy does, but I see people like they will retweet something or repost on their stories something from his account. So that's why one day I think Keke Palmer posted something on her story, and it was like a repost from him. So I went and I looked at the account, and it was an account of all these like quotes or something, or things that they were like thoughts written in text. How do you? Yeah, they're just like pictures of text. That's like the entire account or whatever. And now one of the one of the posts said this. It was like, he said, I turned on Netflix, and there was a show called Grey's Anatomy that's got 19 seasons. He said, I don't know who's watching this shit, but I'm not about to sit here and watch 19 seasons of a show. Now, okay, I read that and I was so confused, because that's when I realized, like, we are not all living in the same world. And you could just like tell, these are like indicators of like how poor some people are. Like, how do you not know Grey's Anatomy? Like, how it would almost be like you don't know Harry Potter. Like, you don't know. I don't understand. Like you don't know who Kelly Stamps is, or you don't, like, what is water at this point? Like, I don't. It's so crazy. Like, and it just reminded me of like how cultures are different, because like if you are a part of what, like, normal girl Americana, first of all, you know who Taylor Swift is, and then secondly, you know that Taylor Swift named her cat Meredith, and Meredith is the main character on Grey's Anatomy, and she did that like 19 seasons ago. So I don't I don't know how Justin doesn't know this, or like, niggers are real. Like, I swear, it's just, I'm telling you, all those videos that I made where I was like, nigger logic parts 1, 2, and 3. Maybe I should start a whole show. It's just like the false logic of like niggerhood. It's just incredible. Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. Like, it's just, first of all, for a show to have 19 seasons and still be on the air, obviously people are watching the show. Like, obviously, people are watching the show. Maybe not you, but clearly there's something good about the show. Like, it was also kind of weird, too. Like, when I was like younger, I think it was like when I first started college, I was following the rapper Wale, and he would always use these little snippets from Seinfeld. And he would just be making these like I think he really didn't understand the worldview of Seinfeld. Like he was unable to like watch the show and then contextualize it in his real life. And it was very strange because like I've heard some people say Seinfeld is a show about nothing. Well, that's obviously not true. There's no show about, well, some of the new shows that are coming out are kind of about nothing, but I mean, Sign Show was like how do you say it? It was like a moment in time, like a screen capture of social interactions that happened between a stand-up comedian in his community with his friends and family. Obviously, anyone else who has friends and family knows that there's just shit that happens every day. You have like a doctor's appointment, a dentist appointment, you have work, you have, interactions with colleagues and new people who come in and dates. That's what the show was about. It was like Seinfeld's personal blog, but it was just 19 seasons. I mean, now I think we just have so much of it, right? Because everyone has like YouTube. So, YouTube, if you have a YouTube account and you are making content, you basically are making the show Seinfeld. And the people who are subscribed to your personal channel are interested in your perspective in your life. But we all like that's the thing that's kind of cool right now. Like everyone who has a camera, an internet, editing software, and a story to tell can just literally tell their stories online, and you can watch it. And like you, that's it. Like you can watch it. You don't have to watch it, but you totally can if you want to. And that is cool. We like that. But like Justin really like so much shit has happened in Grey's Anatomy. Maybe I'll just make another episode that's like a very brief recap of everything that happened up until now in Grey's Anatomy. Like I'm completely up to date. I've watched some seasons like 4 times. Like, what do they think the rest? I think that's another thing where people believe that some people don't exist in society because they're like me and they're just hermits and they don't really go out very much. It's like we're definitely doing stuff. We've had like whole careers, relationships, and we are all talking about television shows. Okay, we're like rooting for certain characters. And I think there's just some things about like social class which people don't understand because like they don't, not only are they like not participating in the culture out in society, but they are also, they don't even watch the shows. Okay, they're not watching the shows, they're not fanning over the characters, they haven't seen the movies. I think all some people have had access to is like the radio, and it's like, damn, like how do you only have access to the radio?